Good afternoon, Jenny here with some amazing stories coming up, including...
Well, it just feels fantastic, and especially being the youngest person ever to have done it.
The record-breaking schoolboy on reaching the South Pole, plus... why you'll have to wait even longer to see Batman and Superman join forces. Stay tuned. Let's start then with the record-breaking British teenager who's become the youngest person ever to reach the South Pole. Lewis Clarke completed his 700-mile charity trek last night, and earlier this morning we called him on a special satellite phone to ask your questions. I started by asking how it felt to have finally made it.
Oh, it just feels fantastic, and especially being the youngest person ever to have done it. I think more people summit Everest every year than have ever completed this expedition, and I just feel it just feels so great to have just been a part of it, and to be the youngest is really awesome.
Great. And Eva and Georgia both want to know, why did you decide to go to the South Pole in the first place?
Oh, well, I just think it's such an amazing place to be, Antarctica as a whole, and such an amazing expedition to do. It kind of happened, I suppose. And
Jessica in Liverpool asks, did you come across any polar bears, and how many layers of clothes did you have to wear?
There actually aren't any polar bears in Antarctica, only penguins, and I didn't see any of those. And as to layer of clothes, about 3, but that kept me pretty warm, yeah.
Annie in London says, what was the most challenging part of the expedition? And Farzia in Birmingham also wants to know, what was the scariest moment of the trip?
I suppose the most challenging part was going over all the bumps. There's a bit where there are many days of bumps, and that's pretty difficult to get through. And the scariest, I'd say I got pretty cold a couple of times, and that wasn't scary, but yeah, it was quite cold, yeah.
Yes, Lewis braved temperatures as low as -45 with the wind chill. But how do you prepare for such harsh conditions? And what do you do for entertainment during 2 months of nothing but snow and ice? Let's find out.
Entertainment was pretty much just my iPod. I had that on, playing music during the day, and then basically as soon as we were finished in the tent at night, I just went to sleep because I was so exhausted.
Finty wants to know, how did you train for this adventure?
Just general fitness in my local gym, but also more specific to this, I drag tyres around my local park just to try and replicate what I was trying to do here.
Sounds exhausting. Adam says, how did you cook hot food in cold conditions?
Well, we had to boil water every night, and then you just added that water to a dry mixture of food, and that was pretty much our dinner every night and breakfast every morning.
What kind of food was it? What did you eat?
They're kind of called proper meals, like, spaghetti bolognese and stuff, but it's just kind of a mush, and that doesn't really taste of what it's meant to.
Well, you'll be looking forward to getting back to some proper food then. Caitlin wants to know, what's next?
Yes, this is what everyone asks. I'm really not sure, to be honest. I've actually got my GCSEs coming up this summer, so lots of revision for that, but adventure-wise, I'm really not sure what's coming up next.
Well, you can find out more about Lewis's trek and hear him answer more of your questions over on the Newsround website. Movie news next, and disappointment for fans patiently awaiting Superman and Batman's big screen team-up, the sequel to Man of Steel, which will show the two superheroes meeting for the very first time. It's been delayed by a year. It was due for release in July 2015, but Warner Brothers say it's now been put back until May 2016. And from superheroes to hero rats trained to save people's lives. In countries like Mozambique in Africa, they're being taught how to sniff out deadly explosives called landmines. And as Aisha's been finding out, it's helping change opinions about one of nature's least loved creatures.
These are Gambian pouch rats, and they grow pretty big, about the size of a cat. They're sniffing out landmines, which are small explosives buried in the ground. Their eyesight isn't great, but their sense of smell is very powerful, making them perfect for the job. In certain areas of Mozambique, it's too dangerous for people to live on the land, which is why these rats are so important. Training starts early in the morning, and every time they find a mine, they're given some banana and peanuts as a reward.
Mostly people think that rats are vermin, and the same in African villages. People don't like rats too much, but where we go with the hero rats and people see what these rats do for humanity, people change their perception and they see these hero rats now as intelligent, social animals that are actually life saviors, so they are really heroes.
The rats aren't heavy enough to set off the landmines, so they're not put in any danger. And when they're not working, they're given plenty of time to relax and chill out with their mates.
And finally, to a big day for Bao Bao the panda cub. The 4-month-old was shown off to visitors at a zoo in America for the very first time yesterday. The rare bear sleeps 20 hours a day and has only been visible on a special panda cam until now. Well, Newsround's back bright and early tomorrow morning. Head over to the website for lots more on today's top stories. Have a lovely afternoon, whatever you're doing.